Hello students, welcome back to chemistry class. In the previous class, we have discussed the types of combustion and the method to prevent when it highly inflammable substances if it catches fire, and what are the first steps we have to follow when it catch fire or if we get electrical shock, etc. That all things we have discussed in the previous class. Okay, there we have concluded that carbon dioxide gas is the fire extinguisher. Okay, you can see everywhere carbon dioxide gas in your corridor, in your school corridor. Okay, every building block we will be carrying carbon dioxide gas cylinder. Okay, carbon dioxide gas is compressed in a cylinder and that can be used in case if anywhere catches fire. Okay, and you have to remember the mobile number or the mobile number of fire and safety members. Okay, that also you have to always keep in your mind that this is the first aid you can have it if anywhere if it catches fire. Okay, that point you have to remember. And today we are moving on to the fuels. Okay, so fuels. So what are fuels? Fuels are the components. So after combustion it will give out energy. Okay, so fuels can be either solid or it can be gas or it can be liquid state. Okay, you can have different examples of different types of fuels. Okay, the examples of solid fuels. So what are solid fuels? Solid fuels means the fuel exists in if it exists in solid state. The fuel which exists in solid state, they are known as solid fuels. Okay, the examples are wood, cow dung cake, etc. Cow dung cake, etc. Okay, those all are solid fuels. So what are liquid fuels? What are liquid fuels? What are liquid fuels? Liquid fuels are the fuels which exist in liquid state. So what are the examples of liquid fuels? So the liquid fuels example is petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. are the examples of liquid fuel. So coming to the last, it is gaseous fuel. Gaseous fuel means gaseous fuels are the fuels which exist in gaseous state. What are the examples? So you can have the examples of LPG. LPG is liquefied petroleum gas, and CNG. CNG is the compressed natural gas, etc. LPG has butane and CNG also has an organic compound which also gas. Those all are compressed. They are all compressed form. Okay, but since they are existing as a gaseous fuel. Okay. Okay, children, why I am talking about those kind of fuels? Why we are using fuel? Children, you know that hydrogen is a most important fuel which can be used to propel a rocket. For the rocket propulsion, hydrogen is used. Why hydrogen is used for the rocket propulsion? Which fuel is good? Okay, already you have learned the fuels which can be exhaustible and which cannot be exhaustible. Okay, those kind of classifications and all we have done earlier. Okay, and today why we are learning this type of fuels in this chapter? Okay, you have to remember the point that all the fuels undergo combustion and it produce energy. That energy has been used for working an engine or whatever it is. Or if you want to cook food, you have to use gas burner. Okay, after combustion it will give you energy. Okay, then only you can cook food. How a car is working, how a car is moving. Petrol is required for the proper working of the engine. So fuels are very, very important. Then only after combustion it will produce energy. Okay. Okay, now let's discuss on calorific value. What is calorific value? Did you ever heard the term calorific value? So the calorific value is the amount of heat produced. Amount of heat produced when 1 kilogram of fuel undergo complete compression. Undergo complete combustion. So children, what is calorific value? The calorific value is the amount of heat produced when 1 kilogram of fuel undergo complete combustion. After complete combustion of 1 kilogram of a fuel, 1 kg of a fuel, how much amount of heat energy has been released? That is the value of calorific value. That is the calorific value. So the calorific value can be expressed in a unit. You know what is the unit of energy? It is joule. So here the calorific value is expressed in kilojoule per kilogram. Kilojoule per kilojoule per kilogram. Kilojoule per kilogram. Okay. So when you are checking a fuel, whether it is solid fuel or it is liquid fuel or gaseous fuel, whatever fuel it is, if 1 kg of fuel undergo combustion, how much energy has been released? That is the calorific value. Okay. So when we talk about a cow dung cake, if you use a cow dung cake is a solid fuel. Suppose imagine it will be releases 6,000 to 8,000 kilojoule per kilogram of energy it has been produced. And if I take wood, it is produced 20,000 to 25,000 amount of energy is being produced. And finally, if I am using petrol, if I am burning petrol, so 45,000, this is a rough amount of heat is produced means. So look at the calorific value of those three components, those three fuels. So when you look at this, you can see that which is having more calorific value. More calorific value out of this is, it is petrol. You can see 45,000 kilojoule per kilogram is the calorific value of petrol, because after burning, petrol will be produces this much amount of heat energy. Compared to those two, you can see that petrol is the ideal fuel. Ideal fuel means petrol is having more calorific value. Okay, so calorific value, based on the calorific value, you can select the fuels. Okay, so if it produce more energy means that is a good fuel. If 1 liter petrol is producing this much amount of heat energy means the engine will be working in a more powerfully. Okay, why hydrogen is a good fuel in the case of rocket propulsion? Because hydrogen has a bigger calorific value. It produces large amount of heat energy. That is why it can be used to propel the rocket. Okay, hydrogen is the best fuel ever. Okay, and like this way you can compare the calorific value of different fuels. Okay, by looking at the calorific value, you can select the better fuels for your day-to-day life. Okay. Okay children, after discussing the combustion and all, now you have an interesting topic, it's flame. Okay, so what is flame? Let's have an animation. By looking at the animation, you will be easily understand the flame and the different zones and all. Okay.
Flame. Flame is a region where combustion of fuel takes place to produce heat and light. The color of flame depends on the temperature, availability of air, and nature of substance burning. Various zones of a candle flame. If we watch the flame of burning candle, we can observe the different zones of the candle flame. It can be described as follows: outer zone of complete combustion, which is blue in color; the middle zone of partial combustion, which is yellow in color; innermost zone of unburnt wax vapors, which is black in color. The outer zone is the hottest part of flame, almost colorless. The middle zone made luminous by glowing carbon particles. Inner zone, little combustion through lack of oxygen.